After seeing Dune Part 2 being a monumental success in the scope and size and execution, and everybody raging about the Dune popcorn bucket, it got me thinking about Jodorowsky's Dune, a film that never got made, and the term unfilmable material, because that's what a lot of people thought of Frank Herbert's Dune for a very long time. If you Google a list of best films that never got made, Jodorowsky's Dune will often appear towards the top of said list, which is a little funny to me because about a decade later, David Lynch made Dune, and people didn't really like it.
It was a slow dying the death and a terrible, terrible experience.
Do you regret making it?
Yes.
That's not to say these would be the same film at all. They wouldn't be. But what's interesting to me is that people think that Jodorowsky's Dune would have been one of the most monumental and influential films for its time. And then I see some more of the material, some more of the bonkersness of Jodorowsky's vision for the project. And I can't help but think, no. I think we as an audience cling on to this mystery box idea of what could have been.
Hold on. You have a choice. You can have the boat or the mystery box.
What, are you crazy? We'll take the boat.
No, not so fast, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
There are a lot of films that never got made, but an even more interesting list is films that never got released, a more popular trend because of Daddy Zazz down at Warner Bros. And what's interesting to me to link to Jodorowsky's Dune is Batgirl was shelved because it was very bad. Allegedly. And a lot of people were very upset with that, rightfully so. And then a film like Madame Web comes out, which could be at the same quality as Batgirl, and everybody makes fun of it. It's the butt of every joke at the Oscars and award ceremonies, and it flops completely. And I'm not saying because of Madame Web's non-success, Batgirl should never come out. But what I am saying is people went to bat for Batgirl, but Madame Web got released. I just think we're a whole lot nicer to films that never came out or never got finished than ones that actually did make it to our eyes. And that's what I find so fascinating, because it takes a lot for a film to get made and released. And the way that people talk about this film that never got made makes it seem like it would have been the best sci-fi film of all time. And I guess, yeah, it could have been. And lastly, there was a sinking realization that I came to with Jodorowsky's Dune not being made, that one day Jodorowsky's vision, in quotes here, will eventually get released. There have already been, in my search for some information for this film, many upon many imaginings of Jodorowsky's vision through AI. And we're definitely not at a place where an AI could create a 3-hour film that would match Jodorowsky's original vision. But if it could, would people be happy about that? Because then the film would be released, right? This is, I guess, my point in kind of enjoying films that never got completed, is making something takes effort, takes a lot of time, it takes luck. And if we get to the point where a robot can just spit out what would be part of Jodorowsky's Dune, will that feel good? I don't think it will. A portion of my enjoyment is despite all the limiting factors that come with filmmaking, somehow people were able to will something to our eyes we've never seen. Spielberg and Coppola famously both had messy shoots in Jaws and Apocalypse Now, but they live on in part because amidst that chaos, incredible films still came out of it. There's numerous films that I've found a new love for listening to anybody who worked on the project and what they put into it. Filmmaking is personal.
I may have gone too far in a few places.
I think the idea we have in our heads of Jodorowsky's vision that never came out, even though we have some of these still images of concept art and everything, that idea is much better than the end product. And having a robot idealize that, I don't think will give people the satisfaction that they actually want.